Well, that was my reaction this past week when I watched some of the exchanges and statements from politicians on the campaign trail. First was COTU Secretary General Francis Atwoli's statement on suicide. Ironically, at a health-related function, with the Health Cabinet Secretary and the President himself present. A joke on suicide taken too far, and which everyone, including the President, found curiously hilarious. The President, who has himself been a champion of mental health, forming a task force on the same. And that was not all. There was a rather unpalatable tirade a few days ago from Catherine Waruguru, who's Laikipia's women representative, apparently in response to something former CS Mwangi Kiunjuri or his supporters may have said about her. Insults about issues below the belt, insults about family, about children. Look, this is no doubt a hotly contested election with some semblance of incumbency on either side and great tales of betrayal by everyone. I've once called it the beans spilling season. But these unpalatable statements are getting out of hand, and I would like to raise the alarm before it gets any worse. Now, before you tell me that this is just innocent political banter, it's not. There is more than that. These statements set a tone for the country. They make it okay to talk to each other this way. And before you know it, they have switched sides. And by the way, they never come back to the people to either apologize or explain their change of thinking. My point is this: words have meaning and can sometimes be a preamble to actions. They, in fact, determine our national psyche. Is it any wonder that we have children burning schools, high rates of death by suicide, murder in families? And then we wonder why there's a low voter turnout. Could it be that the voters are just not inspired to go out at 6 a.m. to vote for politicians who spew such nonsense out on the campaign trail? We urge people contemplating suicide to open up and ask for help, and yet in the very same breath make jokes about it and laugh out loud. We urge respect for privacy and family in our political campaigns, but still drag each other through the mud by bringing in family members into the debate. The same politicians urge decorum, but then shout themselves hoarse on national platforms with epithets of all sorts. And by the way, when you hear them trade insults, you would think our problems in Kenya have been resolved. And now we have the luxury of engaging in a senseless mud bath in the name of campaigns. You would think we already have first-class education in this country. In fact, you would think our healthcare is up there with the best. You would think there is no more hunger in Kenya. When you hear them trade nothing but this garbage, you'd think our economy is growing at double digits. Oh, and you would think our national debt is all but paid and we're living happily ever after. Folks, it's an election. Yes, it's a contest. And yes, each candidate must tout their qualities over their opponents. But must it be so crass, so demeaning, insulting? Must it be disrespectful? We cannot just be adults. Whatever happened to an issue-based campaign? To speaking of one's achievements or plans that one has for the voters if elected? You know, I've been accused of being an idealist. This is the way our politics is done, I've been told. But I continue to believe that a higher form of debate, a higher form of thinking, a higher form of reasoning exists and is possible in Kenya. Or isn't it? If that's a mere dream, then don't wake me. That's my take tonight.